It's good to be back once more. Another beautiful evening, at least for me. Hope you're all having a wonderful night or day. It's very exciting times for this planet. Very exciting things are happening. I'm very excited. Just feeling the energies. What's so exciting at this moment? That's what we're going to talk about. The veil of forgetfulness, as some have called it. The veil of forgetfulness, that veil that separates the two realities. The divine realities and the human realities. That it's the veil that it keeps you from knowing who you are. It's why it's called the veil of forgetfulness. You forget the I exist, the I am. The I am that I am. The I am that I am. Sounds much better when you say it like that. Excited. Yes, the veil of forgetfulness. It's been around for quite a while. At least a few thousand years. In the scheme of things, not very long, actually. But it's been around long enough for most of us who spent lifetime after lifetimes reincarnating. And every time you come back into this incarnation of this physical being, that veil of forgetfulness begins. You get pulled into, you can say it is mass consciousness. That focus, linear mass consciousness of I am the body, I am the mind. That's all there is. Because if you believe it, then it is so. And that veil comes into existence. You can say it's an invention, it was made up, it's not necessary. It's like the chakras I've talked about before. It's caused by resistance, in a way. Energy comes in and serves you. Says, you want resistance there? You get a chakra. You get a veil. It's kind of like Oprah. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. This is going to be a fun video. Very exciting. But the veil of forgetfulness is, you can say, it's not going to go away because it's mass consciousness is still there. And most of the people believe they're the body, they're the mind. That's it. They're the five common senses. That's all they are. That's fine. So it's going to be there. So you can say the veil is going to open up for those who are ready, for those who are aware, those of the people who are awakening, and those who have gone into mastery. You can say they're the ones who have brought it in. If you're watching this video, you're probably one of the ones who brought it in. Or else why would you be watching this video? If you're an awakening person going into you have brought your awareness to some degree, some of your consciousness back into this planet. That's what awakening is. You're bringing back your other self, the rest of yourself. Slowly, it's what usually symbolizes the eye-opening. It really is an eye-opening experience. But it's opening up back into that other reality. Or those other realities, those other dimensions, that multi-dimensionalness of yourself, that you're not just a singular thing. You're not just a human. You're not just a mind, a body, and a linear existence. You're a multi-dimensional being. You exist in multi-dimensions simultaneously. And trying to keep on track today. I love going off in little directions. They're so much fun. And we'll go off a little bit today. There's other things that I feel the passion to talk about. That will all come together, I hope. I have faith. But the opening of the veil, oh, it's happening very soon. You can already feel it. It's already, in some ways, it's starting to open. There's a select few, those who have been on the ground floor are starting to kind of pass through it. But for everyone, for most people, it's March 22nd is the official grand opening of the Veil Day. Not very far away. No sirree. A little over a month. But it's time. You want to watch this video? I'm making the video so people can have the opportunity to start feeling into it now. To start to go there. And to help you do so. That's one of the reasons why I feel passionate of making this video. Even if you watch it before or after the opening, it doesn't matter. Perhaps this is a future for you, and it is already opened. Then for you, great, no waiting. But first, give yourself a pat on the back. If you're here watching this video, you had some part in opening the veil. Hello. Well, we have to take a pause. We have another cat. Yes. One troublesome cat was not enough to interrupt all my videos. I had to get a second one. Or he showed up. This is Steve. I kind of adopted him. He started playing with Eleanor, my other cat, and they started a friendship. And seeing that when Eleanor was playing with this cat, he left me alone. A little selfish. Have fun. Hello, Steve. We'll see if Steve is as interrupting as Eleanor is in future videos. Don't play with that, Steve. All right. A good distraction, as always. Yes, this is the channel for cat distractions if you haven't realized it yet. Hello, Steve. They keep the videos interesting. You never know what the cats are going to do. They don't like to follow rules or do anything you want them to do. They have their own agendas. I'm gonna put you down. Go find Eleanor and play with him. Okay. Sidetrack again. Or were we? Opening of the veil. I was going to say, give yourself a pat on the back for it. If you're here, you had a part of opening the veil. If you brought your consciousness here, you helped open the veil. That's what's opening the veil. There are more awakened people on this planet and more masters on this planet than there has ever been at one time. Now, that is still a very small percentage of the human population, but it doesn't matter. Okay, you got to stop playing with that. You're going to knock the camera over. Oh, they're just going to be annoying. Oh, but they're so adorable, you can't get upset at them. But that is what's opening the veil. Bringing your awareness onto this planet. That's really what it is. You opening that eye, remembering who you are. Those who have started to allow that remembrance of that I am that I am. I exist, and I am aware that I exist. Oh, that's very exciting. You may not be aware of it at this time, but it's what you're doing. All right, you're just not going to go, are you? You can sit here. Maybe you'll sit quietly. Now you're going to go. Fickles. This is the kitten. Oh. These videos would be so much easier if I didn't have cats. So less distractive, but will they be as fun? I guess I could lock them up, but we'll have the fun. It keeps some drama, something interesting to happen. If you get tired of looking at this whole thing. But yes, everybody who brought their awareness into, I thank you. To my heart. It was tough at times for a lot of people. For a lot of people who've incarnated had tough lives, but they stuck it out. So now, the opening of the veil, the return of that connection with the other side. With those, what you would some call the higher dimensions, the other realms, the other heavens in a way. Needed a quick breath. It's the opening up of the veil to have that connection once more. Because now you're like, well, what's in it for me? Well, one thing is, that's where your wisdom is. That's where your Gnost, your knowingness, it's there in the other realms. You know, it's your wisdom that is usually symbolized. You know, the wisdom, the story had a pearl of wisdom. It's an old saying. The pearl of wisdom. Why is wisdom symbolized as a pearl? Well, how is a pearl created? It's created in a clamshell, two muscles rubbing sand and stuff back together, roughly, friction. And it creates a stone. I don't know, is a pearl actually a stone? I'm not even sure. Or is it, whatever, it creates, I know it's sand and everything up together, and it frictions it. And all that friction, all that tightness, all that coming in and out, that energies creates a beautiful pearl. That's why wisdom is symbolized as a pearl. It's through this experience, this really rough, physical, at times jarring, harsh reality, which I said before, it's kind of like sandpaper going back and forth at times. It feels like so harsh, so limited, so slow moving. That is through those experiences is how you've created your wisdom. And it is truly beautiful, for it is Aphrodite, the beauty itself, that is shown coming from the clamshell when it opens. Beauty is one of the great pearls of wisdom. The beauty of this reality. I could go on all day about things of this nature. Let's get back to the veil. You're probably much more interested in that. So, March 22nd of 2023, if you're watching this in the future, that is the opening of the veil. Right now, it's early February of 2023, so it's not very far away. So, exciting times. Because when that opens up, it's going to be easier to go out into the other realms and you can say, get your wisdom and get your Gnost and bring it back into this reality. Right now, it takes a lot of, you can say, effort. You have to really work at it to go into the other realms. Sit back and then wait for it to come, trickle in. Yes, I know it seems to be quite of an annoyance to some, but it's going to get easier. It's not going to go on March 22nd. It's not like the veil's going to disappear either. It's going to slowly open up, slowly allow that new energy to come in to be experienced. Because right now, what happens to a lot of people, and maybe you experience this if you're someone who has dreams. Everybody dreams, but not everybody remembers their dreams. So if you're someone who has dreams, this will be very familiar. And if someone doesn't remember your dreams, this will also be very familiar. At night, when your body shuts down and it's going into its rest, you have to leave the body to regenerate, to get out of this meat suit for a while, and you go out into the other realms. Kind of spread your wings and fly a bit. It can be differing on individuals where they actually go. There's no one set place. It's a large, multi-dimensional universe out there, I guess. An omniverse. Most humans stay in the near-Earth realms when they go to sleep. They don't travel too far away. And as you go into your enlightenment, you're going to start traveling further, getting further and further out of the gravitational pull of this planet. That's why they stay there. They're so caught into it, it's hard for them to go very far. They just get pulled into things. Kind of like the way you're pulled back into the body in reincarnation. That's an interesting topic to talk about someday. I know people like to say, oh, I chose my body, That does happen. But not always. Most human beings are just pulled in by gravity. They're popped out of the one realm into the other realm, into a baby's body. Not very ceremoniously. But more discussions for another day. But when you go out at the night, if you're someone who semi-recalls your dreams, you may have realized at times some dreams are very vivid and some dreams aren't. Usually the dreams you go further out into the other realms are less vivid. Or they might be vivid in the moment. You might, say, be having a very vivid dream, but then you wake up and you can't remember the details of that dream. There's like little bits and pieces of it, but it fades away really quick. That's the effect of the veil. The veil kind of, you went from that higher realm back to this realm. You just couldn't retain the experience, a lot of the things. You may even, some people even had this one doing marijuana or other drugs. They'll have that epiphany. Everything just makes sense. But as soon as they come back to the reality, they can't remember what it was. Oh, but I just knew for that moment. I understood everything. Everything just made sense. It's like everything just makes sense, but now you can't retain it. It's just, you lose it when you come back in. Now, mostly with drugs and things of that nature, you're not truly going out beyond the veil. What's really happening is you're looking at a window out through the veil, but you're not actually going beyond it. Oh, lots of places we could go. We won't. But so it's that forgetfulness. You wake up from that dream, you're like, oh, man, it was a dream. I think I was at my dad's house, and some guy was there, and he was selling encyclopedias, but the pages were all blank, and what else? Oh, there was a whole bunch more. I just don't remember any of it. That's kind of an effect of the veil. You'll have sometimes you'll get little glimpses, little things, but you won't bring it all back. Camera won't stay still. Cats, stop playing with the cord. Now I got two cats that's in here. They're not being helpful. But that forgetfulness, that's how you can feel it. It happens too, because when you're first born, you come in as a baby, the veil isn't there. The veil comes online, you could say, the more you go into mass consciousness, the more you start to integrate into this planet. It's lovely. There's a study called the baby shopping cart study. You can find it on YouTube. And it's, I think that's all it's called, the baby shopping cart. So if you look that up, you'll find it. But the scientists were looking at when do babies become aware of their body? So they had I think it was a 14-month-old and an 18-month-old baby. They took a little toy shopping cart and tied a rug to the back end of the shopping cart and had the baby stand on the rug and try to push the cart. And what they found is the 14-month-old would try to push, couldn't come to the realization that they were standing on the rug, which was keeping the cart from being moved. They could see it, and they would try to lift it up and try to move the rug, but they would still stand on it. They weren't aware yet that they were the body and that the body was holding it on. But then you get to the 18-month-old. The 18-month will try a few times and see, well, then it will step off the rug and actually walk around to the other side, I believe, and pull the cart from the other way. Because it realizes, oh, I'm the body, and if my body is sitting on this, it won't move. So as you can see, the gradual, as a child starts to understand, oh, I am this body. That 14-month-old didn't really realize it yet, that they were this. But by the time it got to 18 months old, it started having enough experiences. Maybe it fell down, a few boo-boos hurt, and started to... Hey. We'll have to listen to cats play now. Oh. But can y'all play somewhere else and not knock over the stand that my camera's on? They said absolutely not. But so by the time it got to 18 months old, the child started to realize it is the body, and it just happens naturally. It's not something the baby is taught in a way. It just observes it and just starts to. You can say when it was younger, it saw a young infant or an early toddler can still see the glowing orbs of beings, can see the auras of people in a way, can sees lots more things than a conditioned mass consciousness human can see. They might have imaginary friends. They may be talking to, there's videos of babies talking to. I saw there was once a video like a baby is like a toddler was talking to. Oh, I'm just saying goodnight to the man in the ceiling, mommy. The mom's like, what the hell? No, there's a man. He's just right there in the ceiling. And of course, the mom's all freaked out. What the fuck? But the little babies, to actually use it, they don't really know other people don't see these things until you go, oh, honey, you're just imagining this. There's no man in the ceiling. That's your imagination. And that we start going more and more into that veil, into that mass consciousness that pulls us in. And also, as I say, the veil is opening. It's not going to open for everybody on this planet. It's going to be just for those who are ready for it, those who are open to it. Your average person, it will affect them, but they're not going to be aware of it. They're not going to be going really out into the other realms like an awakening person would be doing, actively, with consciousness. You might actually see around that time period and after some people going a little cuckoo. They might lose themselves for a minute. They might do strange things. That's at least what is being predicted at the moment. I'm curious to see what those will actually be. So it's going to be a great time just to observe. To see the craziness that unfolds. Like no wars or anything. We're not talking about that. It's just like people doing weird things. Maybe leaving the house with no pants, or who knows? We'll see what happens. It'll affect everybody differently because some people are just going to lose it for a little bit, or just, who knows? Maybe they'll. We'll see. I don't want to make any predictions because I'm waiting to see what it is myself. I'm very curious to see. It's going to be a fun show. Oh, but let's talk a little more about dreams here for a second. Oh, I can't stop laughing. I'm feeling into the energies of it. It's going to be funny. But if you're someone who doesn't at the moment remember your dreams, as you go into your mastery, as you go into more into your realization of remembering yourself, dreams are going to start to come back at some point. You're going to start remembering maybe a little bit of fragments at first. I've always been a person who's had dreams, so I haven't had that direct experience myself. But I'm told that it comes back to even those who haven't, who don't remember their dreams. They'll start having fragments of it. A good thing to do if you want to, when you have a dream, it's not about trying to figure it out. I want to bring that up. Because when you are having a dream or dreamer, what you remember is being filtered through the mind. So what actually you see in a dream isn't actually what's happening. Found a toy, Steve? Okay. Isn't actually what's happening. Because your mind's going to filter. You can say, because even right now for me, I'm having dreams about past lives. Because as you go into your mastery, all your lifetimes are going into the realizations. Everything is coming back into integration. So I'm having some very strange and weird and bizarre dreams at the moment. I'm not going to share any of them in particular, but they're very different than the dreams I used to have. At some point, I noticed my dreams changed. They got a lot weirder. And also my reactions to the dreams have changed. You could say I've had dreams that you could call a nightmare, but they weren't scary. It's very strange. I remember years and years ago waking up from a dream, heart pumping. Oh, that was a strange dream. I was being chased or something, whatever it would have been. Now, if I had a dream like that nowadays, because a lot of times that is a being chased when you're being reintegrating some past lives. If you've had what some people would call a bad experience in a lifetime, unpreferred experience, that might come back, but you won't see it like, say it was ancient Greek or anything. The mind's going to filter it into modern days. One of the things I saw, the weirdest, I started having, none of my dreams anymore have people I know. You know, it used to be your brother, sister, mother, father, friends, co-workers. Those are kind of people I would see in dreams. Not anymore. Now it'll be like, I had a dream the other day, Kevin Hart was in it, the actor. And I was like, okay. But he was just playing out a character because there was whatever energetically Kevin Hart symbolizes to me is what my mind chose and picked out and used as that character. Now that could have been a character from a past lifetime. And it could have taken place, let's say it took place in a place of employment where I worked. But my mind might be using the place I work in today because it's a place I worked in 1,000 years ago, wherever I did. And it's just saying, oh, it's a place of work. So here we go. This is the work environment. And this character, don't know who this is, Kevin Hart. It'll just kind of make these weird and strange things and makes this collage of strange imagery. If you sit there and try to figure it all out, it would take you fucking forever, and it would still just be fucking more mental bullshit. So the advice I give you is don't try to figure it out. Instead, feel into it. When you wake up in the morning, even if the dream has kind of faded back, you can't remember most. You know you had one. There was like, it was there, but you can't touch it anymore. It's like it was a dream. It was about. Was I in a car? Wherever it is. Instead of trying to go into the mind and try to use that computer to try to reboot it, whatever you're trying to do, Open up. Just feel into the dream. Feel into the energies. What were the energies about? Was there joy, fear, whatever? It doesn't matter. Just feel into it. Allow it. Stop. Don't take it back into the mind and try to figure it out. Even when you get information back, you might even start, oh, I remember the dream now. Oh, you might remember just chunks here and there. It's an interesting thing. Another good thing to do is right before you go to bed, give yourself a reminder. I'm going out the left door and I'm coming back in the right. That's it. Keep it that simple. You don't need to complicate it with friction of trying and effort and all that bullshit. Just keep it simple. Just a nice reminder to remind you what your intentions are. I'm leaving out this way and I'm coming back in this way. And just have that knowingness that when I come back, I'm going to bring back what I was doing in the dream realms or in the other realms while this body was asleep. Don't have to complicate it. Don't have to work at it. Don't have to do that. Just a nice little reminder just to assure the human that what they're doing. You just make that attempt. You make that that statement. I'm going out the left, coming back in the right. I'm done. That's all I need to do. Take a deep breath. Go to bed. Don't worry about what's going to happen. It all works naturally. The flow in and out. Oh. Talk about dreams a little bit. Good. Interesting. Because I wanted to talk there because you're going to be going out into the other realms. There's the catch, though. Really, you're not. This isn't going beyond the veil, isn't astral projection. You're not actually going out there. What you're doing is you're opening yourself up. Oh, letting go of all these limitations. Just opening yourself up, relaxing a bit, Make some faces if you want. If it makes you laugh. But it's for fun. But you're just, you're feeling into the other realms. You could say you're getting out of your own way. You're going to get out of your own way and allow that natural radiance. That radiance of the I am, that I exist. It's always there. It's always radiating. But you've pushed it in the background. But it's coming back, centering yourself into your awareness. That radiance is happening. You feel that radiance going out. It goes out through all the realms. Every realm possible. Not just this or another one. It's multidimensional. It's in every realm at once if it wants to be. But you allow that natural radiance. You get out of the way of yourself. You stop that efforting, that trying, that sandpaper on sandpaper. I'm trying, I'm efforting, I'm practicing. That's why I'm not a fan of meditation. I don't know if I've talked about meditation yet. Not a fan of it. It's a practice. It's an effort. You're trying to fucking do something. It's dull. It's boring. I see meditation in this way. When you're 12 years old, you don't want to play with the same toys you played with when you were 5. And meditation is a toy for a 5-year-old. It's for a toddler. It serves a purpose to a certain point. Then it's time. You outgrown it. Donate it to Goodwill. Give it to a younger sibling. Whatever. Get rid of it. Because it has that trying, that effort, that rough friction. And it served a great purpose, and for a lot of lifetimes, it was the best way. It was very recommended. Let the younger ones, the first-time awakeners, those who are going to go play with all those things, play with crystals and what are the modalities and Reiki and all that other bullshit. Yes, it's bullshit. Meaning it's makia. It's spiritual bullshit. It's half-truths at best. That's it. That's all it is. It's true to a certain point, then it's no longer true. A Reiki healer doesn't heal anybody. They trick the patient into healing themselves. Really. I think a Reiki healer who really understands what they're doing knows that. They're just convincing the person, their client, to heal themselves. Really all they're doing. They're saying, hey, look at here why this happens. It's a distraction. I think some of you call it a permission slip. If you're followers of, Bashar. But at some point, you don't need that permission slip anymore. You let it go. You just assume the body is healthy. You assume that the body is a miraculous, beautiful, well-designed thing that takes care of itself. And you get out of the way of it and you allow it to do its goddamn thing. Now, that can be very difficult at first, and I'm not suggesting, that's why I say, yes, feel like going to the doctor, please do, because there's belief systems in the way that's going to cause trouble for most people that you have to get through first. Oh. Oh, yeah, we're getting back into the veils going away. So, March 22nd, the veil is going to start to open up. And that's going to be a time when people can start going out beyond this realms much more freely than they have been in a very long time. It's going to allow you to go out there, bring back wisdom, bring back that Nost, that knowingness. Because right now, you're going out there and grabbing it. Because I think I've told you that wisdom, that Nost, it's there. Feel into it. Open yourself up to it. And a lot of you are like, I don't feel anything. Nothing's happening. It did happen. The thing is, at first, it's like those dreams you can't remember. You went out there. You grabbed it, but it came through that veil, and you just completely forgot about it, like it almost evaporated. I know it's a fucking bitch, isn't it? Yeah, you went out there, you brought that wisdom. But as soon as it got here, time it got here, it's like we were waking up from that dream and like, oh, I think I had a dream. There was something happened. I don't know. We were playing Monopoly on the Titanic, and a dinosaur showed up, and he wanted to show me his tattoo, and then he invited me over to see a Eagles concert. I hate the Eagles, but hey, it's a dinosaur, so I went. You wake up from that dream like, something was happening. I don't know what the fuck that was. Yeah, so I'm telling you, it's happening. That's why I also tell you to assume when you go out there, you feel into your Nost, assume that it happened. Because it did. It absolutely did. Yes, it may have gone through that veil of forgetfulness. It didn't really evaporate. It will come to you eventually. It'll work its way because that's what I say, it takes a bit more work. Then it's going to get easier. I'm curious to how easy it's going to be because, I haven't experienced it yet either. Because it hasn't opened yet. So it's going to be a very interesting thing to see. But when you feel out into it, don't try and do it. Because there's no trying. I've said there's no trying in enlightenment. Trying is friction. If you hit trying, nothing's going to happen. You put resistance into something, you're going to get resistance back. It's like, you're going to try something, what are you going to get back? You're going to get that same energy, you're not going to get anywhere. That's why trying is bullshit. You either are enlightened, or you're not. If you're trying, you're just butting heads. You're butting energy against energy, and that's just going to fucking hurt. Trust me, did it quite a bit myself. Oh, the energy is a celebration of energies. Yeah, I would feel into the energy of the. I'm going to take a moment here and ask you to feel into the energies of this opening of the veil. We call it Heaven's Cross. You can see it like this. This is the earth plane, and this is the divine plane. It's coming, it's intersecting. So, that X I've been talking about, those energies coming together. That's what we've been doing here for quite a long time. Bringing both realities together into that center point, that singularity. Letting go of that resistance, all that trying and efforting and friction. I'm going to have to make a video at some point on trying versus a conscious choice. Because I'm saying don't try. It doesn't mean not do anything. There's a difference. You're making a conscious choice to go out into the other realms. Or, in better words, to have the other realms come to you. Because you radiate your energy. The energy comes into being and comes in service to that radiance of the I exist. There's no effort, there's no trying in it, but there is a conscious choice. But a conscious choice is not trying. That's why you can make a lot of conscious. I can make a conscious choice to go out to my car and drive to wherever I want. Didn't mean I tried to drive anywhere. I just made a conscious choice. Now, I may get out to the car and it won't start. It's out of gas, battery's dead, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's not about that. There's a difference. I still didn't try. I just went out there, I made a conscious choice to go to the car. Oh, the car didn't start. Obstacles may come at times. Maybe I forgot to put gas in the car. It's trying to, thread a needle here. Because a lot of people are going to be very confused on a conscious choice and trying. And doesn't mean you don't do anything. It just means you don't put the friction. Because there's no friction in me going up to my car, and driving down the street. Trying is trying to create a particular future. So when I get out to the car and it won't start, I go with it. I say, something. I look at the engine, I call someone for repairs, I get a tow truck, I get an Uber driver. You do it differently. You go with the flow of things. You are malleable. Not go, no, I have to be in this car. That's the only way I can drive from A to B, nothing else. That's where you get resistance, where you're not malleable in a way. You don't allow the movement and the flow of things. A lot of people can get very confused and caught up on this. That's why I don't want to talk about it too much because it just gets mental. They go into the mind. So I ask you to feel into that, a conscious choice. Making a conscious choice, an aware choice versus effort and trying. You could say, I make a conscious choice to learn to play the guitar. It's not mean I'm trying to learn the guitar. Trying the guitar is effort. So when you make that conscious choice, you just go with it. It's almost childlike in a way. You just play with it. You're having fun with it. You're passionate about it. Now, if there's no passion for me to play the guitar, it's going to be a lot of effort, a lot of work. And I'm like, so I might get a guitar. Mentally, it gave me a little mental high thinking about playing guitar and being famous on the stage or whatever it is. But when I actually get the guitar, I find I'm not really that passionate about it. And maybe, that was just probably a mental decision. I could play around with it for a while and just see what happens. Because sometimes people will get mentally about it too. Like, you'll start playing an instrument like, Oh, I'm not that good. I should be better. Why am I not picking this up quicker? And you get all mentally, and that can add doubt and confusion and all that other bullshit. Unneeded. Oh, all over the place today. Oh, the way I love these videos, all over the place. Never know where they're going to go, but they always come back to somewhere. As I said at the beginning, I had hope or faith. How do you go into the out of the veil, or when it opens, or feeling into it? You assume it's opening. You assume that when you radiate, your energy goes out, creates energy, and brings it back to you. You just assume it. Then you walk into it. It doesn't mean physically you have to get up and walk. You just go into it. Like that. So let's take a moment, if you choose to, and just take a deep breath. Feel into this opening of the veil. It's happening March 22nd. What are the energies of it feel like? You can close your eyes if you want, or you can keep them open, doesn't matter. What does it feel like? What is the energy movement? Not trying to hear words. We're not trying to see images. They may come, they may not. It doesn't matter. You're just opening yourself up. You're radiating. You're going out to it and bringing it back into for yourself. Yes, you might be thinking, oh, but nothing's happening. But then again, it's just that, it's like waking up from that dream sometimes. It takes a little bit of, not effort, but just a bit of consciousness, a bit of awareness. You can say a bit of getting used to it, to opening those pathways back. They've been closed off for a very long time. These roadways, these traveling avenues that go out into the other realms and back. They're kind of, they're a bit unused, and it's like a trail in the forest. It's got brush and tree limbs and rocks and things all over it, and you need to start walking down it again. As you walk down, it'll naturally clear that brush, all that foliage, everything away, and it reopens that pathway. It takes a little while, and it seems a bit, at times, yes, but it's truly your real passion. That remembrance, that bringing those two things together, the physical and the non-physical, the human and the divine. To reconnect with that, what some of you call the higher self, I call it the master self, the oversoul. Because it's out in the other realms. It's just waiting to come back within, to be with you once more, to express itself through the human, with the human. It's not going to come in, because it's you, it's nobody else, it's just you. It's not going to come in and take over your lives. Yes, it will change everything in your life, but it doesn't have power. You have manipulation or control. It's compassionate. It's completely an acceptance. It's there just waiting to come back. Not just to be visited while this body is asleep, but to actually be with the human. That master self, that oversoul, the higher self, whatever words you wish to use. I prefer the master. For it is all the wisdom. It's the oversoul. It has all the wisdom, all that knowingness, all that nost. And it wishes to bring it into experience with the human. Ooh, it's excited to do that. To change reality, to create, to play. So just allow yourself here, every once in a while, open yourself up to feel into it. Just allow yourself to radiate. Feel into things. You can feel into anything. If you're having a problem in your life, feel into it. If you're having a fear that comes up, feel into it. Open yourself. Allow yourself to radiate into it, the light. Allow that nos and that wisdom from the master, from that oversoul, to come back to you. At times, yes, at first it's going to be a bit, I didn't do it right. But none of that. None of that bullshit. That fucking lie. I didn't do anything. That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking mental, linear fart of the brain. You just assume it happened. You assume you went out there. Yes, you may have, and you assume that you brought it back. You may not remember it at the moment, but it will come to you. Just feel into it. Allow it to open. Maybe it's one day when you're just walking in the woods, you're taking a nice bath or a shower, or driving down the road in your car. You'll just, oh, I remember that now. A little wisdom, that realization will come to you. You just assume it. Because assumption has no friction in it. Assumption is just assuming, yes, it's there. I may not remember it at the moment. It may be like that dream I had last night. I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, there was a dream there, but I don't remember what it was. It's kind of just faded away real quick. But it's still there. And it will open back up to you. So none of that bullshit, nothing happened. Don't fall into that doubt trap. Oh. The energies at the moment are divine. I'm going to leave you with that today. Another wandering video where we wandered all through creation. But came back to something. So the veil is opening. It's going to bring a lot of changes to this planet. So excited. I wish you all a wonderful evening, and thank you once again. Just remember, something did happen when you go out to the other realms. Don't let that bullshit in the mind, that fucking limited, linear crap get in the way. Don't let it sidetrack you. Just remember, when you go out to the other realms, it did happen. It may take a little time for it to come back to you. That's fine. Oh. I would. The energies at the moment. A bit overwhelming. Very touching. I wish you all, again, a wonderful day. And always my joy to make these videos, to have this conversation with you.